was going through a bunch of stuff, and I found my class and all that stuff for taking the permit to carry class.
Okay.
So I just as well get it. I just gotta make sure I get a bigger one than Mike. So,
Okay. I'm gonna be well protected.
huh? Maybe that, or you'll be in the middle. What do they call that? Collateral damage?
Are we on yet?
Sign language.
Yeah. We can wait.
I forgot this is an email. Yeah.
Anybody hear numbers? How much snow did we get? 4 inches? 3 inches?
I would say close to 3 inches. Seems like that's about how deep it was on the hood of the pickup.
Yeah.
Say my place, I only had 2 maybe. Not done yet.
When I was going east, especially up a hill, the front end, the car would, because of that crosswind and stuff, the car would start to spin and then go towards the shoulder. It's
Yep.
about as slippery as I can remember the roads being.
I talked to the UPS guy yesterday, and he said it was pretty ugly driving that big old square truck. You know.
Yeah, I can only about imagine how fun the school bus would have been if they would have had. That's why they canceled. Go on, they'd have a sub for me, and then
So I did register for that conference out in DC with the White House.
Did you?
Bards and a couple supervisors from Franklin County. And figured I better take them up on it.
Yeah, it would certainly be an interesting trip.
I'm not thrilled about the trip. It's
No, I mean going to the White House.
Yeah.
That's the part of it I'm talking about.
I've done the tour before, so I don't need to do that.
There wasn't anybody in the White House. We were there. It was
Well, they were offering, if you were coming out for the meeting, you could do a 9:30 tour in the morning. Good. I figured that. I'd rather try and go see a congressman or senator or something instead.
I assume they aren't subsidizing the trip at all.
Who?
The White House.
No. Unless that was at 2080 match infrastructure.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make a motion to approve the minutes on the agenda.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Bill, second by Terry to approve the minutes on the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Shoot, we should have had a public hearing at 9 o'clock.
I know.
And he might have broken a record for the shortest meeting.
Oh, wow, we gotta hang it. Oh, jeez. Did you bring a deck of cards?
I've lost my policy book. I can get another one if I could. We have a policy for
No. This is just a one-time deal that.
Yeah, that's what I told Dennis. It's in
You have reached Scott Minders, County Engineer. Please leave a message and I'll
I told him to call. Did he call?
I think he stopped in, but I was at lunch or something.
Well, while we're waiting, should we talk about early retirement for Dennis Tweedy?
Yep, we can. What was the details on his?
You already called Scott's cell phone?
Yeah, he could if he wanted. I figure we got things we can do.
Scott, you wanna be here for that conversation or not?
He had already recommended it in the email.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm getting more in there looking for you. Hey. He's on his way.
Well, that's different. I know you wanted to work another year.
But that wasn't a choice within the offering.
Yeah, but
Well, let's wait till Scott gets here then.
What we approved in the offering, they had to let us know by the end of last month. And
they had to retire effective
May 30th.
May 30th.
Morning.
Morning. We're up.
I'm up. Short agenda today. Well, first, one thing I wanted to run by you here, and this is something new, but of course, you know, we've been doing sign inspections, reflectivity analysis on all of our signs. So the guys just completed that for half of the county, and that makes a pretty big list of signs that we need to replace. The state has a program for regulatory and warning signs, so next week I'll have a resolution agreement with the DOT for that program. So most of those signs will be covered, and it shouldn't change our budget too much. So that's a good thing, but it's also a good thing that we're checking out those signs and making sure they're up to speed with reflectivity, because you know most of the time the guys replace damaged and faded signs or whatever, but they don't get to see them necessarily in the dark, and if they do, maybe they're plowing snow and got other things to worry about. So that's something we'll be buying a pretty big load of signs here this summer and getting those put up.
Who are they paid for right now, you said? Paid by or what?
So typically it would just be a normal budget item for us.
Yep.
This agreement is with the Iowa DOT. Basically a automatic grant program. You can apply for it every year up to $10,000. And that's a lot of signs. So that'll more than cover what our eligible sign list looks like for this year. So I just kind of got that put together for today, and I'll get that on the agenda for next week. And
So you don't provide signs for private dead ends, do you?
we wouldn't typically do that, I don't think.
Can I buy one then? Mine's faded terrible.
Sure, the one at your driveway there. We can't really sell signs
Why you
either.
can't?
No.
Okay.
So if you need that replaced, I would.
I would call Iowa Prison Industries. They can make about any sign you need.
Yeah.
Not sure if they'll sell to a non-government entity, but a lot of people make
I just got
signs.
the payment.
I buy from them as a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's non-profit. So yeah, I'm not sure if that'll work, but yeah, I do know what sign you're talking about, because I think it was on that. It did get rated as bad. But Yeah, I suppose since you got the extension of a public road, people
Well-
think maybe it's a public road.
It actually was a county road up until about 5 years ago. I asked no, it was before that, before I even got on. It's old Highway 69 is what my lane is. And then it turned into a county road. But then I asked them to vacate it, so.
Yeah, well, it's just your property up there, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, that's good news to have this program, and it's good news that it shouldn't have a big impact on our budget, so just a thing that's different from past years, so I thought I would bring it up to you. As far as the snowstorm goes, some of the schools are out, I know, so that's a good thing for our guys out there removing snow, but they were on it really good last night until about 6 o'clock. We had maintainers on blacktops too, trying to keep up with it, and we're running blacktops and gravels today, and hopefully things shape up here. See what the weather does through the afternoon, but did North Iowa let out today? You know?
Yeah, they were 2 hours late and they canceled about
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
That sounds about like most of them. Mike, do you know if Lake Mills is out
I
or?
don't know.
Lake Mills is also canceled, and so is Forest City.
Yeah, so that'll be good. So we got kind of varying amounts of snow through the county, but I had about maybe 6, 7 here and
Wow.
maybe less toward Buffalo, but
The blacktop is as slick as I've driven on it. It's going east into the northeast wind. I think it's out northeast. But my car would start to spin up going up the hill, start to slide sideways.
on the pavements.
And going south, it was just fine when the wind wasn't bothering as much.
Yeah, wind can be a friend and enemy, so
Yeah.
sure
So
those
the buses would have really been bad on that.
Yeah.
This morning.
guys are working on them, and
Oh, no, I'm not
Be
saying it's their
shaping up
fault.
through the
I'm just
day,
saying
yeah.
It's the way it is. It's moisture, slicker stuff. It seems to ice up there.
we had the temperatures around 32, 33 for most of the day yesterday, and tough temperature to manage that.
I was sitting having breakfast this morning, looked out at Highway 69, and there was some little black SUV flying past everybody. As I'm coming south to work, there it was in the ditch.
Yeah,
So,
inevitable.
it's karma, I guess.
Yeah. That's all I have, except for what's the next agenda item there, unless you guys had.
Yeah, no, I got one, I guess. Al Diven has expressed concerns about the ditch. It's running out across through his field again because there's ice in the ditch. And he is, which is only going to happen once a year, but he is now again he wanted to put a tile under there anyway. And
Tile wouldn't be running right now. Oh, you mean the culvert?
yeah, we have an intake. And and he's got it tiled out where the water's standing, but it's just not getting done with his tile. If there was an intake with the tile running down the ditch, then it would pull that water off and it wouldn't run through his field and cut a ravine and all that stuff. But, anyway,
So you're giving notification of the concern?
yes, basically.
Because we can't really.
No, there ain't nothing we can do about it this time of year.
I mean, or in this meeting, probably.
No, I'm just,
No, we can wait for 4 and talk about it.
well, it's a secondary road matter. It's in the road ditch, so.
Yeah.
But, anyway, that's, he may be contacting you guys.
Pull that map up, Val.
I'm sure he will be.
Just a reminder, we did clean about a foot of, dirt out, so it is just ice and snow jammed up, and
No,
we see it.
I saw it after it was done, and I saw it now. I thought maybe if we had dug the ditch a little deeper, it's just now that would just fill more full of snow, drifting across with it, so it's just the way it is. And I don't know how deep that tile would be in the ditch, and, you know, it might even end up getting frozen, so.
You know what section that would be?
Oh, it's a mile south of,
2,
South of Thompson.
34,
section.
King 34, north side.
Oh, there's, yeah, King 34.
I'm not sure if I'm in the right spot, but I'll put it up there and you guys can tell me where. If I'm anywhere
Probably
close.
have to zoom out a little.
Just this to the street. That should be 420.
Yeah, it's the yellow and
Or
the north side of it.
No, it'd be 410.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it then.
It's right up there, the yellow red there.
up here?
That area.
So where is it turning into the field?
Where's your laser pointer?
Where's my laser pointer?
Yes. Here it is. Oh, yeah, glasses on.
I thought he was gonna get his other license plate.
Oh, look at that. Okay. They dug the ditch out from about here down to there, and it's right up in here. There's water in this low area that built up. It was lower when I saw it yesterday than it was. He had pictures from Saturday, and it's not going down a ditch because there's a pretty good jam of ice about right here. It's a great big white icy drift. It's holding it back, so it's just backed up, and then it's coming out in the field down this way and cutting a new path. You can see it running into the ditch about right there.
I'm assuming he wasn't having any crop loss.
No, it didn't look like the crop was affected much.
Any more than anybody else's.
Yeah, at least this time of year. And it's not going to be a problem other than this time of year. I told him, I says, it's not something I'm gonna, you guys can't get along, so if something does happen, I says, you and Norm, if you do what, the way nature drained the ground would have been a tile under the road, and if it would have run across Norm Howland's field, Norm Howland doesn't want it run across his field. So if something is done, they are gonna pay, because they both have something to benefit from it. And they would pay some of it, maybe secondary roads, but
They'll pay all of it.
what's
I
that?
think in my opinion, they'll pay all of it. I think we've done what.
Well, we've done what was intended to be done when the road was built. Now, he's saying that they owned the ground before the road was built, and he's saying that it should have been a tile underneath the road so it runs the way nature intended it. They rerouted the water. But,
Well then, if I remember correctly, he agreed to this fix, didn't he? The way we did it? The way we did it now, he agreed to that, correct?
well, but he wanted a tile underneath it. He decided that this was okay. He did want a tile and an intake put in there from the start, or, you know, it's,
Is it digging a nice gully or?
it will in time. It'll get worse every year, I suppose, but yeah, no, is it a monstrous gully? No.
I mean, right now.
No, yeah.
Once the ice is out, it'll quit
Yeah.
burning into the field,
Yeah.
so.
There's not a monstrous gully yet, but there, you know, I suppose it'll be doing it again somewhat now because there's more moisture out there, but, yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's wait and see what happens. Yes.
We've done what was intended to be done when I built the road.
Is it seated?
Is it seeded?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it seeded.
I'm not sure, you can find out.
Yeah, I don't know. All I remember is seeing dirt and trash, so I didn't see anything seeded on it. But it runs out of the ditch and then out into the field, a couple hundred yards, and it goes east. It comes pouring out into the north-south ditch there.
Mother Nature.
Yep, finds your way.
All right. Anything else? All right. Approval for retirement for Dennis Wheaton.
Today I'm requesting this be tabled. Denny requested to be here for this, and these plans know today.
He called me also and asked me the procedure. And when we talked to it, he said, well, then I think I'll wait for a year. He said, that was my understanding, that he was gonna wait for a year now.
So,
But that doesn't mean that we're gonna offer this every year.
No, I said it's on a case-by-case basis, so.
since he's talked to you, so I'll just fill you in. Denny requested the agreement, but effective his anniversary date in January. Since it didn't fit the policy, Adam and Carla recommended that we not accept the agreement. So after that, then he submitted this agreement, that fits the policy, but still wanted to request from the board that they consider using his anniversary date as the retirement date. So that's the backstory, and it's a little bit unconventional communication circle there, but that's what the story is. So I thought, since that's all taken place, Denny just as well talk for himself, and the board can make the decision. So that's really why I'm.
When Adam and I made the decision, or talked to Scott about policy, there's a lot of people who'd like to have the policy be whatever the heck they want it to be. There's a lot of people who said, well, I do this, but I want it next year. That's not what this policy says. It says that you have to tell us by February 28th and that you have to retire by March 30th or May 30th. So for this policy, in my opinion, you can't just let everybody do what they want. Otherwise, you'd be giving it to everybody every time somebody retired.
Let's wait and let him come and talk. It's my understanding he doesn't want to do it for another year anyways. That's my understanding. That's how I left it with my conversation with him.
Yep. However, the one in front of you is for
Yep.
approval for the May 30 date. So
I'd be willing to table this.
Okay. Any open forum?
Once again, I just think it's important that you all contact Senator Guth and Representative Gassman regarding the backfill for Winnebago County and all the counties in the state of Iowa. And it's going to have a big impact if they do not fund the backfill.
what's the status of the bill in the down at the Capitol?
What's that?
Has the bill been introduced?
Yes.
I think
It has
is there a hearing this morning on it, I think?
I don't know.
Or was that a different subcommittee hearing? Can't remember.
I haven't looked at it.
It affects our windmill tips greatly because it takes that money away from the windmills. And if they don't backfill that, there's not enough money to pay the windmill tip.
And they've already taken a lot away from the mil revenues. Before the rollback.
So just make sure you call them or talk to them or email them or something, because it's very important.
What do you think of the tax cut end of it? And Teresa's recommended letter is also against the tax cut. And she says in there that, that we, as local governments, have to raise taxes to make up for the difference or whatever, but isn't that kind of like giving us back local control? The same money's being spent, just we're doing it. So I don't know.
But we have to fill in where the state has been providing the funds for different things, then we have to fill in.
Yeah.
So, I get such a kick out of these guys down there. They talk about tax cuts and all that, which obviously I'm conservative, I'm favored for, but the discussion has to be within our spending. It doesn't, you know, if we're gonna cut $1 billion then try to find it somewhere else, it's still a tax. And so unless we address the spending,
Well, that and they cut taxes but along with that should come an end to the unfunded mandates. You know, it's making us do things that they think we need to do.
what's ISAC's position?
They are against the bill. They
Adamantly against.
they support the backbill.
Okay, but were they on the tax cuts? I know they supported the backfill.
I don't know.
So in other words, just at the bottom line, they're just doing the politically convenient thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris. We're ready for drainage.
Okay.
Morning.
Anything?
I don't. Carla, did you talk about?
Nope, not yet. I
Okay.
wanted to wait till you got here.
Okay.
Yesterday Randy Groves was in and was talking about DD5
Lat 5.
and how, where Elliot dug that ditch, how it's not allowing that, where he cut the tile, or the tile wasn't working, it's not allowing his land to drain. And so he's requesting something being done because his land is catching all the water now,
It's not
because
true.
it's not.
It's not true. That is the county tile. The county tile stops at the road.
Right, but there's a culvert underneath the road.
Yeah.
So whatever Randy did, or whatever Elliot did, stopped that flow through the culvert?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No, it sure looked like it flowed to me.
So, and the last we talked in January was that Elliot's still waiting for NRCS.
I'll call him again.
Okay. And then I think some of it sloughed in again, which I don't know what you can do about it right now, but so.
No, the problem with Randy Grove's property is all on his own.
Yeah, he thought there was a ditch that went
In the
from
map,
south of the road. Yeah,
in the map, it shows it.
And we took that out because that's not physically there.
So that one concern is not a county, DD, not a DD 5 concern.
Other than that, I don't have anything.
Anything here in this place,
Okay. What about it?
Accepted.
what's, have you heard when that's gonna be done, or?
No, I haven't heard a thing. They haven't done anything.
That's Ruggles,
Mm-hmm.
You still haven't been in there?
I didn't know that.
I think once it got late enough in the fall, they were gonna probably wait till spring. and get it,
Yeah.
So it need to be on their agenda.
I talked to Jerry. Is Jerry the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to him. And he said they'd get on it in the spring.
They will then. I have nothing.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Well, we'll go to number 7, consider approval of semi-monthly county claims.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got time.
Just one thing about, make sure that there.
If you have any questions on budget or whatever, I'll be downstairs.
All right. Thanks.
Approved? Or received?
Received. Or, yeah, they just received it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's out of our control. Stamping is what.
Yeah.
Guess we got the time.
I'll be right back. Yeah, you can get out.
Bill Ray Holmes.
He's the ambulance guy.
Good charge.
EMT, is it?
He does,
He can do autopsies?
Yeah,
medical examiner,
He is.
not autopsy.
Not autopsies, but he can pronounce them dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Coroner.
Medical examiner,
Or medical examiner.
assistant medical examiner.
He's been doing that, what, 2-3 years?
That lady that got killed in Lakota, her and her boyfriend were sitting right behind us Thursday night. Her daughter was getting inducted into the National Honor Society, and they were sitting right behind us. Because I looked at them, I didn't really know them, but that was the only one that I could fit. I says, well, she's the only one I don't know who her parents are. I figured it must have been.
Car accident or something?
What's that? What'd you say?
She has to go to the car accident.
Oh, no. The boyfriend stabbed her to death the next night. You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, no, they got some kind of a fight, and my wife says there was a gun involved, but I have not heard that there was a gun involved yet. She evidently got a knife and tried to cut him, and he had lacerations on his arms, and then he got the knife away from her, and many times, the way it sounds.
That'll be an interesting trial then.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I also heard he tried to kill himself.
Under jail.
Yeah, she's got a girl in 8th grade and the one that's a senior. Son that graduated 2 years ago or something, a year ago. Just don't get over there west. That's a high crime district there, Mike. Make sure you're tackling.
And there was one in Cresco too last week.
Yeah.
Any idea what Teresa would be buying from Singles Hardware that would be under magazines and periodicals?
A magazine rack?
No, so maybe she put it in the wrong area. Call Chris.
I better run in there and check.
How much was it?
$39.95.
Yeah. As you said, I'd never seen it, but I couldn't really know.
I think they buy their own cleaning supplies too. That goes under that area.
So it should, she maybe put it in the wrong spot. Our auditors are here right now.
You remember Brenda Hamilton Clark? That was brought up in our meeting as far as consulting. Windward Becko.
Clerk.
I think she gave some kind of meeting. She spoke. Something.
Take a motion for the semi-county claims, semi-monthly county claims.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
It's By Terry, second by Bill, to approve the semi-monthly county claims. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't, I was gonna ask a question about that one also.
Is it a prorate thing or she'd already paid for something and then quit?
What's,
Aaron Silver, is that something that was prorated back to her?
no, because I think Jane was figuring out how much her last paycheck would be because she was salary and,
This is deducted off of her paycheck then?
you'd have to
I
ask Jane,
thought, I
but
thought they were hourly. They're salaried out there?
I think they're hourly, but the way the system does it, and she had to figure out how much the one paycheck was or something. Like I said, ask Jane if you want to know for sure.
Yeah, she worked one week but not the next.
Okay. When I get really confused, here's another one that's just like,
Which one's that?
for Sarah Engelbretson.
Same thing.
Sarah's, because I think she went on vacation and didn't have enough vacationing, so some of it's unpaid.
So they took it out of her check to,
That's under the other time. Yeah, it's just an explanation.
yeah,
sec to talk to that girl from Lake Town Hall about that or not?
Oh, I'll just, yeah. This is Carla. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, they're all putting in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except Brett.
So did you pay it off early?
Depends on which one gets lucky, gets to go sit over there and wait.
Because I have,
5 East.
I show in my office that you guys have debt until like 3 or 4 more years. Okay. Would you send me an email then that says that you have no outstanding debt so that I have that for my records for next year going forward? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye.
contagious.
Yeah. So it's not quite dried yet.
See that?
Oh, where it says crops are better under the wind turbines. There's
That's in the Farm Bureau.
I just can't understand how it really warmed anything up.
Take a motion.
Off the payroll claims. I'll make that motion.
Second. Terry, second by Bill to approve the payroll claims. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? What, is it under secondary roads in there? In the files, there's another engineer,
What?
the claims.
Engineers claims are down in the engineer's office.
They are.
They keep them themselves. We have everything else.
We have Winnow and Petco.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Used to come in handy when I was in high school.
You gave me how to use it.
I knew how to use it.
What's that? Did something come out on the printer over there?
Nope.
No? That's dumb. Why not? Try it again. Hey, Goose. How come the printer isn't working over here? Okay. Some days it's a struggle, Terry.
Okay.
Claims. That's under.
That one.
Print this.
Yeah. Did it twice.
Now, when I go look, is it under Winwood Petco or under her?
She has not filed those yet, so they're in that little container.
I'll wait.
Thank you.
I've had some requests from people to have our budget public hearing at night. Something to remember for next year.
So working people can be here.
Yeah.
Carla, do you have any more copies of that?
No, but I can make some.
Okay.
You need it for the public hearing or? All right, take a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second it. Motion by Terry, seconded by Bill to open the public hearing for the fiscal year 2019 Winnebago County budget. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public comments? Did you have a comment?
Nope, I just wanted to be included.
Okay, all right. Take a motion to end it.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it. Motion by Terry, second by Bill to close the public hearing for fiscal year 2019 Winnebago County budget.
Next week.
Okay. All right, meeting adjourned.
Thanks, Marco.
No, it's not on the agenda.
Typically.
We'll approve it next week.
There's time.